Robert, we're gonna break the lambie blight today.
Let me see.
These two fellas.
Yeah, don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself.
These two fellas.
You're in a lambie today. People look at me like, yeah, man, doesn't lambie.
The captain said if you're gonna dive and bring it, you go bring it. Alright, so here the intro. Me and Robert looking for lambie. And if you know me and Robert, in Tobago, we're always looking for lambie. What's that, Robert? We find the square grouper? Robber? Square grouper, square grouper. Or just get any grouper? Square grouper. If you know, you know. Alright, so I mixed up the order in which things was happening, but essentially we went for a shore dive and we were looking for conchs and we didn't find any. And then later on we'd have bounced up this captain and he's like, yeah, conchs, come now man, I got carry all that, conchs by the dozen. But anyways, this is the closest we thought we'd come in the 4 years that we've been hunting our conchs. This here is a conch that has long since died, but what an impressive shell. Making sure I'm put it back almost where we found it. Maybe our luck is going to change. So we're on a boat quite outside here. We see two Jamaicans spearfishing without a boat. Some good distance outside. We're in the southwest of the island and we're moving with Captain Bull and Ramsey. They already know the situation. We want to just hold some conchs, but they promise us. Let's go and shoot some fish first. The conchs don't have any fins. They're not going to swim away. They're going to be there by the time we finish hunt fish. The captain and Ramsey telling us the water stink, it's green, and me and Robert like, we could see the bottom, this is best water. Them fellas don't know how lucky they have it sometimes. So this is the first drop. I jump in, take the time to get acclimatized to the water, load up the gun, look around. I think I've dived this area once before and it had ripping currents from north to south, yeah? So, and I know it didn't have much fish either, so wasn't too impressed, wasn't too keen on this. As you can see, it's quite shallow. It's the first dive. These are new people. I look up to make sure the captain is aware of what he's doing, keeping his eyes on us. And this will be me for the next however many dives. Like I said, I remember this place to have a strong current, to be shallow, and to be lacking in terms of fish. I spend most of my time up on the surface actually, just watching down, hoping to see some nice change in structure, you know, hopefully find a lobster or a fish hiding under a little cave or a ledge. Yo! I'm still checking out on the captain, making sure he's aware of what's going on. Alright, cool. But the one thing you could count on when you're diving in Tobago is to be blown away by coral life and clarity of water. So, although I know that I ain't gonna see any fish, I'm just gonna enjoy the sights. Old habits die hard. You see, I'm still looking in holes and under ledges. After a good couple dives, I bounced up this man. Let me go and see what he's doing. Just like me, the man seemed to be interested in cracks and ledges and holes. There's a nice spot, hold on to it. I had the leap here, you don't see me? It's it on. Try and hold this spot. Fuck, look how far we going. Alright, drift. At this point in our diving last year, we were very lazy. If the boat ain't coming for us, we ain't swimming. You know, this is the attitude that we had, and this is something that we would learn from this spot. Remember the two Jamaicans who were swimming quite out there? They were doing that against the current. And the other guy that was on the boat, Ramsey, wherever he was dropped off, he was comfortable swimming up current, holding his breath, taking a dive. Not me, not Robert, nah. Like I said, this area was going to be very dead So just enjoy the sights. It is pretty to see the soft coral just flapping around with the currents. And I was doing that on the surface of the water. The only time I was diving is if I see some sort of irregularity in the structure. You know, that place that could potentially have lobsters or a grouper or a snapper hiding in a hole. Just like this one. But there's nobody home. Surprise, surprise. It's prettier, but how much flappy coral you go watch? You come to hunt. Again, same thing. Boring flappy coral.
Yo! Offload it.
At this point, the only thing keeping me together was the promise of learning and seeing and experiencing a conch's hunt. I real sour because we diving up and down in this water and I can't see a single fish. From the moment I get in the boat, I know something suspicious. Ox have a big silly grin, Ramsey up in the front pulling his shooting line together, and he also have a silent grin. It's a pity that the camera wasn't recording, or I didn't think to put the camera on at this moment, but they tried to set me up. Ramsey scored a Jonkabara, probably about late 20s in pounds or early 30s in pounds, a big fella. And when a man shooting fish with a 130 spear gun, you know you mean business. I noticed the length of the gun first, and I was like, what this man feeling going outside here to shoot? It had nothing to shoot with that out here. Gun too big. Coincidentally, a 130 is the same length of gun that Robert uses, but he ain't bring no big bar on the boat. Well done, Ramsey. In fact, so well done that let me follow you for a little while. You'd have seen at the start of this particular clip, that was Ramsey diving. So now I kind of shadowing Ramsey, trying to see what it is Ramsey doing here to attract them kind of big barracuda. When men bring in their spot to dive, you must always be respectful of their space, their distance. Some things they will want to show you, some things they may not. So, go easy. A few more minutes pass, I'm still following Ramsey and I'm starting to notice the bottom is looking different and it's also getting deeper. We no longer had as many sea fans, the corals on the bottom. It was kind of like more small pieces of rubble and more sand patches were beginning to appear. I got, you know, Spider-Man is get a spider sense. I was starting to get a conch's sense. So after coming up from that dive, I was catching myself on the surface and I was like, where is Mr. Ramsey? And while I was thinking that, you know, why is my conch's sense tingling, who I could see down on the bottom there? Ramsey. And what I could see Ramsey doing, it looked like the man picked up something off the bottom. I rushed over to see what happened.
Time to shell the place.
Well, boy, finally we get one. This man making things happen when it have nothing around. Barracuda, out of nowhere. Conchs, out of nothing. So wait now, he gonna leave me with his conchs and swim off? I understand why. The damn thing heavy. Now this is not the first time I've picked up conchs. I've picked up conchs of all places down the islands. Gasperi Island. My girlfriend used to have family there, and from time to time, me swimming around, I would pick up these same kind of conchs. I actually have the shell still from 2000, the year 2000. As a matter of fact, look, one of them right here. So Ramsey going about his business, he give me this heavy thing to hold, and I there like a kunumunu not knowing what to do. I calling for the boat can't reach fast enough. But it was during the time I was waiting on the boat to come across that I got this feeling of euphoria. Kind of like a climax feeling, but you know, on a whole different level. Like, damn, this is something we set out for a few years to do, find a conch in Tobago. What is this in my hand? This is a conch. Where am I? In Tobago. So it hit me. It did hit me after a little while, and that feeling I can't explain. It's like when you plan something and you finally achieve it. It's like you realize the destination was more, the journey was more important than the destination. The captain asking if I find that, like if he really believe I could find that in his backyard.
Yeah, the camera on, you see numbers rolling on the camera? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you promise. I tell you, have plenty here.
Give Jackie jacket. Man promise me we're gonna find lambie, and we find one lambie. Damn good start if you ask me. You know, at this point I was real happy that we just find one.
The man promise. The man promise. Promise a lambie. You have plenty here. You have plenty here.
I was happy. I was real happy. I had no idea of the level of conchs that would be coming in this boat in a little while. Elation and expectation would soon turn into frustration. Captain decided, let me go and hunt for fish again, man. We go get the conchs, they're not going anywhere. And as a result, a lot more dives were done, and this time I managed to get some fish.
Where the next one? Where are Robert? Huh?
As you could hear, Robert went missing again, surprise, surprise, and so we had to wait a little bit longer before I could actually show you the fish that I got. We would eventually find Robert, and he would pick up a boat from the captain, and rightly so. When the captain trying to get your attention, you look at him, okay? End of story.
You go find him. Yeah, but when I see him, I go to the
Right, so we're back on track, and on this drop, I actually like what I was seeing. I was seeing different shapes in the bottom, cracks, crevices, depressions, sand. It had everything. More importantly, it had like fine fish swimming around. I went down to investigate. There were 4 yellow jacks swimming around, and they were kind of skittish. I gave chase on them, I stopped, and I followed back again. The all 4 not going to show in the frame, just the one that was lowest, and that was the biggest. And I was excited. This is the first real fish I see for the whole day. Boom! Get through. Wait, what the hell? After all that sufferation, the first shot I line up and pull the trigger on, the fish rip off. What the hell really going on here? These things happen. They do happen. But oh gosh, not right now, Jed. I was mad, real mad. Worse yet, you know, it was a good grounds, like it was a good spot to dive on. Now I had the task of reloading the gun, pulling back the bands, and then trying to swim up current to find it. I hoped I would have been able to do this quickly so that I could go and explore the grounds better. And just as with everything else, when you're hoping to get through quick, it is take forever. I can't put the spear on the right or the wrong side of the path. Wherever it wasn't happening. And the ironic thing is that I made this gun with the intention of it being powerful and fast enough to load. And check me now, catching my ass. You can see how far off from the spot I drifted already. I am trying to swim up to meet it, but it is now up current. As they say in life, sometimes you gotta go with the flow. But still, that was a damn good spot. I would have loved to have hit it one more time. But if I can't get it, maybe my dive partner will be able to get it.
Yo! Robert! Yo! Bosso! Ah! Yeah, push hard, about 30 feet! Push hard! Push hard, Bosso! Oh, fuck!
No such luck with him either. Definitely a lost cause.
Alright, no worries, no worries.
On my next dive, I was rewarded with a turtle. Quite nice when you see them. I could never seem to get the camera angle correct. I'm not going to talk too much in this clip here, but this was the very next dive after the turtle. A nice yellowjack would come in, shoot that, and whilst I was dealing with the yellowjack, I was aware that there would have been a location or something like that, or maybe I was aware that I was going to see a snapper. And so I had the presence of mind to dispatch the yellowjack quickly, load up the gun, go down there, deal with the snapper, because once the current pushed me away, I can't reach back up. Okay, so somewhere whilst dispatching this fish, I would have noticed the snapper from the surface. Gotta move quick. Quick, boy, quick. Faster than that. So whilst reloading the gun, the current pushed me over this well promising looking kind of spot, and I don't know at which point in time, but I know I saw the snapper and I told myself I gotta get down there before the current pushed me away. This is it.
Careful that man under here, put your neutral. Huh?
Finally get something.
Boatman say I finally get something, boy.
Yeah.
Tobago things.
Papa catch.
Tobago things.
Plenty more to come.
Plenty more to come, but plenty more of what? Wherever we end up here, this spot had a lot of porgy. Plenty porgy, and the water was so clean that they were looking much bigger than they actually were. I eat them, and once it's a good size for me, I'll take it. I could have held this fish in my free hand, but no, I wanna do show off thing. And it'll be to my peril later on because I line up on a shot and then I realize the porgy at the end of the spear was obstructing my view, my aim. So I don't. Lesson learned. On to the next. So whilst a dead fish on the line or even in your fingers or on the spear like I did there can attract or make other fish curious, there's the flip side that if you don't put it in the right place, it could obstruct or hamper your next shot. So it seems as if we ended up on the deeper side of the reef here now. We noticed we couldn't exactly see the bottom as easily as we were doing before, but from all the way up there, we noticing like, you know, down there looking conky.
Daddy track down there. Robbie, daddy track down there. Huh? Daddy track. Yeah. Why that looking like one on the right hand side of the track? Off the track on the right. Watch. That is one.
Well, that's it. Boy's starting to get the conch eyes. We finding them. Well, we think we're finding them. You gotta go down and make sure. Just as we think we find them, the boatman signaling, let me go. But do we have time to check this out?
Alright, forget that. Them fellas want to go. But I just want it. Huh? I think we seen one. I think you seen one.
Are you too sure?
Let me jump up on the top there. Like, keep coming to show you a lesson. Hey, don't let off.
You serious?
Hey, don't let off. Huh? What to do? Dive or come up? Huh? Alright. It looking so. It looks so.
All the talking I was doing was keeping me away from a breather. But anyway, Robert is a better diver. He dives deeper. Let him give it a chase. And you can see how as soon as he was going down, he rearranged or he realigned himself, so you know his eyes pick up on something. I couldn't see the conchs he was grabbing, but I know by the actions he was taking that he was picking up something off the bottom. The joy of being handed the first conch from Ramsey was just flooding me all over again. And just like that, I remembered how heavy the conch was, and I telling myself, let me go down and give him a hand to come up. He gonna need it.
Time to shell the place. Shell the place. Everybody shell.
Come on.
Everybody shell. Everybody shell. Everybody shell.
We did it. We did it. Well, he did it.
You want hand or you good?
The conchs I come in, and now we have conchs in hand.
Shell the place. Shell the place. Shell the place.
Swim to the boat. I feel it to them in the water.
That's what I said, swim to the boat. I feel the two of them in the water. That's exactly what was happening. We ain't like to swim. This is up current, and now we have 3 pounds extra in hand. Ah boy, we get the captain's seal of approval.
You pick it up?
He.
Ramsey?
Robert.
So them guys, like, they had a honey hole for conchs, and they thought we stumbled upon it. So that's why they got into the water. But when they got in and they check around, they find it was a little too deep for their liking, or maybe it was a little too deep for the honey hole spot, and we shifted around slightly. So while Ox and Ramsey trying to figure out if we had stumbled upon the site, me and Robert on top of the boat, and we just taking it all in, like, yeah man, this is finally happening.
Well done, Robert.
Hey! How did they get on camera?
Yes.
Yeah, boy! Yeah!
Break your lambie drinks.
Not one of them, 2 1 shot.
I see you going down, so I see it there. I say, yeah.
What if they will look like stone? Tell them, yeah?
Like, so the first one we see, that's a lambie. I'll give it that.
We're busy trying to record the success of pulling up 2 conchs that, you know, we had no idea of what was to come next. Them 2 conchs come like kittens. You know, I must line up my boys for a little picture or a little video.
What you got there, boy?
Lambies.
Lambie, show them
What's
the
that?
inside. Show them the inside.
Good living.
One for me, one for you.
That's right, man.
The man they call Ox.
Yeah, all the time.
Len Ox.
Nice, man.
Oh God.
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Mr. Ramsey.
We got school today.
What?
They teach me all kind of things today.
Let me show them. Watch. Yeah. We haven't thing on the ground there. You haven't thing. But I might too. What's something here? What is that you see in the corner there? What's it there? Hey, Imran, catch it. You get it. Shooting thing. Yeah. The man carried by Ramsey. Fellas, I gotta admit, I get my ass washed today.
They look good with the 2 conchs.
Alright, so we're on the honey spot, and alright on cue, the cameras started to give trouble. On this spot, Captain threw the anchor and all man jack scatter in every single direction. Also, yours truly started to get very tired. But you know what? I still had to get my own damn conchs, and I got it right here, right under the damn boat. Sweet victory. It's about over 20 years since I last grabbed one of these off the seafloor. And Unfortunately, I didn't have anybody to celebrate the moment with.
Woo! Woo!
I dropped that one somewhere in the back of the boat, went back in the water to relax on the surface. When I watch down, I see how Ramsey doing it. Nice and easy. Just another day at work for these guys. Check the bottom out here. Nearly everything on the bottom looking like it could potentially be a lambie. Oh, conch lambie, same thing. Hey, I got another one. I am counting my blessings that it's a shallow area because at this point I'm really tired. I just happened to catch a glimpse of how far off the boat was, but anyway, never mind. I now notice ox in the water here. Let me see how the captain is doing. Check him now. 2 conchs in one hand on the way up. For those of you who making out these kind of faint tracks or lines on the seafloor, yes, it is what it is. Those are lines, those are tracks. That is how the conchs move. And I kid you not, they actually like jump in an effort to move forward faster. I ended up finding a dead shell here, and I would learn later on from ox that when you're cleaning the conchs, you want to discard the shells very far away from the grounds so that you don't get confused like how I did just now, picking up dead or empty conch shell. Just look at the bottom, there's so much here that could potentially be conchs. But by now I have the eye, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I ain't too bothered with picking up. I get my conchs, we having fun, there's a day, we learning. I'm tired, I wanna go home. I don't know how, but with whoever last energy I had, I make it back to the boat. I see the captain down back there already. Time to offload my one little conchs. I telling myself, right, I got a chance to breathe. The captain touching my shoulder and pointing out conchs right under the boat is like, he's not impressed that I'm not holding them or finding them quick enough. So he's like, yeah, let me give you a helping hand. Look, down there, go and get that. This man, you know, I tired of what. Alright, so I dived for it, and to make matters worse, it was a dud. Empty. Nobody home.
Huh?
So he see exactly what happened, and now self the man feeling even more sorry for me. He want to carry me on a personal mission. He gonna teach me to find conchs, and I dead tired. We make a small swim together, and he and I point out the conchs at almost the same time. I quickly realize it's 2. Right, I find one, and the next one should be right next to this one, but where is it? I looking up for the man to tell me where to go to find the second one, yes?
Looking for the way. Gotta watch it good. The ride don't sit go fast. I'll take my time and look.
I want to pass a few more then.
So the lesson here was, when you see them from the surface, keep your eyes on them whilst you're going down, because once you change your angle, once you change your approach from how you initially saw them, they're going to look different and your mind is not going to be able to pick it out. So the lesson was learned. Here's our next lesson that we would learn. In Tobago, they consider the conchs to be of 2 kinds or 2 types. One is called a high back, and the next one is called a broad lip. Now, as the name implies, the high back has a higher back, right? And the broad lip, you could see the outer edge of the shell nice and broad, nice and flared. So if I see it as I'm going along, I will show a better example. But this one, I believe, is a high back. Lord have mercy, this man ready for me to go down again. You could really see this shell is missing the broad lip. So by default, it's a high back, right? The first one that I got from Ramsey, that's a proper example of the broad lip. You can go back and check it out. You see the same thing the man told me just before. and not paying attention to, and not executing what he's asking. I take my eyes off the conchs before I make the dive, and I can't find it when I reach in the bottom. Could you who watching, could you have seen that?
Next time go, and go down over to Lawson.
What the f?
I'll tell you some more ox, but a little later on, and it's very positive. I know watching this, the man grabbed my hand to use it as a pointer so that I could see where he pointed my hand to.
I see nothing.
I know earlier on in the video I said that the conch's eye was coming in, but the level of conch's eye that this man had, just imagine how much I was missing because he was seeing real conchs and I couldn't see what he was seeing. He leave me to get the conchs that he showed me, and I could see him in the corner on the far right hand side. He done gone down to pick up more conchs. Alright, so this time I kept my eye on it from the surface going all the way down. No problems. One straight drop, grab it, back up. But hold that thought. Now I have 3 conchs in hand, and all of a sudden I have about 10 pounds extra. And what should be a very shallow dive, catching my ass to come back up with.
Yo, where you there? I'm going back to the boat there. Damn.
Okay, so I'm narrating this as I go along, and apparently it's only 2 conchs, but damn, I watching it back and it's feeling like 3 conchs because I know how tired I was. And if you play it back right there, you'll see one is a broad lip and one is a high back. So now we begin the long swim back to the boat, and what was 6 pounds now starting to feel like 600 pounds because it's up current, I'm tired, and I just want to reach the boat. It never felt so good to reach a boat before. And I'll tell you, that felt like a marathon swim. Like, just long, just hard, just tiring. Wait now, it's 4 conchs I offload there, which means I pick up 2 from Ox, and I had my 2, and that is about 12-13 pounds extra I had to swim in with. Okay.
Trust me, you could teach real men. Real men who just dive, you could teach too.
So, the reason I find the swim to the boat was so hard and so long is because the anchor rope had broken and the boat had drifted very far away. So, I was the first person to get to the boat, and the captain from a distance was shouting, asking me if the anchor rope was still there. It was only at that point we realized, shit, the boat broke off and drifted really far off from the grounds, and as a result we drifted even further. So I started up the boat one by one, get everybody in. I understand why they call the man Ox. He swim by himself and figure out where that anchor had lodged because he knows the grounds. He had taken mental notes and he know exactly how to find back that place. We got him back, and Robert was missing too. We got him back, resettled everything, and we're going again. Whilst all that talking was going on there just now, you would have noticed I went down and I picked up the exact conchs I had picked up about half an hour before because it was empty, and I put it back down to look as if it were unoccupied conchs. And this was my best conchs dive of the day. I saw 2 from the surface and I got down and I got those, and when I got those I noticed another one. Actually, looking back on the camera here now, I could see more conchs on the bottom, but I came up with 3 conchs on this dive and I felt accomplished. Man like Ox probably was coming up with 5 and 6. I know I was thinking about calling it a day right here, but I somehow find energy again and I'm gone. Another one!
Yes!
I'm real tired. It hurting climbing to the boat. We would end up shooting a few more nice fish, about 5 nice hog snapper, yellow jack, 1 or 2 porgy. Unfortunately, this is when the camera really was giving trouble. So this is the best of those, the shots of those fish. This is just like a handful of what I just called. Alright, so I had something to say about Ox, and let's go. Ox said something very profound. Knowledge is to be shared for the benefit of all. And this man was extremely knowledgeable on any and everything conchs plus more. Additionally, from how he treated me all day today, I thought this man could be a great teacher.
I want to break the air pressure coming out. You take a knife and scrape it still.
Choke it. Yes, no. I'm going to show you the choke out now with this one. Before I break this.
Nice little load with the man they call Ox. Ox is short for something. You're going to find out when you find out. I didn't see that. That was too fast. See that? I see the muscle. What's it?
How big it is?
Wow. The man they call Ox.
On the sea.
With conchs like that.
This is a choke, eh?
Man say it's a joke load. You just showing the Trinidadians how to do it.
When I done break out this 15 dozen, 10 dozen.
I ain't lie. Ox swimming in here with about 5 one time from 6, 5, 7 from all outside here. And them thing weigh like about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds each.
Yeah.
Ox like locks. Busting conchs. Not easy, not for the faint of hearted. You could pick up 1 at a time, but this man coming in with 7 at a time, blowing like a train.
Yeah, that's life. Life of the fisherman.
Life of the fisherman.
All the time.
What the meat looking like in there? They say you can't catch conchs and don't eat the pistol. Those who want to know what the pistol is, come and ask for Ox. I have a wife.
Check you later.
Check you later. I'm married, man, boy.
You're married now? I got divorced.
Oh shit. This thing have a texture?
Yeah. Notice. That's it.
What texture? Notice.
Yeah.
Oh.
He come in there, like he come in with a load. Video.
Junies, you gotta come a little closer. We're surrounded by thing here.
Hey, look, keep on the table if you hold it. Go walk up, put it on the boat and walk up on the side. Go up on the side, go up.
That is awesome.
Yes, sir.
Where find them? They quiet down, sir?
Yeah.
Where conchs is? Junies, where the conchs is? Hey, my foot boy. I know it a pistol there, but here you find one. Conchs pistol, Robbie, conchs pistol, what you gonna do? Chew it or swallow it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, text there?
Yeah, boy.
Notice.
But notice,
Yeah, same thing we now say.
Notice.
Hey, man. How much old?
Average and cut it, so can't cut it too big, can't cut it too small.
Can't cut it too big, can't cut it too small.
They cut it?
Yeah. Nice.
So.
Huh? You use this food there,
Please, use a stone or something. Out now. Rub it down.
I know you're making one when you go home. And you have a skinny one. What do you call it? A no lip?
High back.
High back.
High back. Talk about bullshit.
What is high back and what?
High back
Thick
and
lip?
big lip.
Yeah, like they will use like glass of coffee, they will use I think silicone or something.
Yeah.
I put on the wood, right? You can't get pressure on the expose the cup.
Yeah.
Time to shell the place.
Bull.